In this session, we would like to talk about the definition of dementia, the difference between dementia and Alzheimer, the causes and risk factors of dementia, and what are the main factors that we can prevent dementia.
How can we decrease the chance of getting dementia? Hello everyone, welcome to the Lancet Summary YouTube channel. Dr. Qaini, could you please explain us what dementia is?
Hello everyone. As you know, one of the main function of the brain is cognition. It means that, for example, memory formation, making emotion, language, all of these are cognitive function of the brain. If a person has impairment in two parts of the cognition categories, for example, memory and judgment, and this impairment cause problem in his or her daily function, this person has dementia. But if that person has impairment in only one category, for example, only memory, he has pure amnesia. So if a person has problem in at least two categories of cognitive function, calculation, memory, emotion, language formation, visual spatial orientation, and these impairments cause a daily function problem for him, he has dementia.
Dr. Salamati, very recently, the Lancet Commission on Dementia has published an important report. Could you please elaborate on that a bit more?
Actually, global life expectancy has increased significantly in recent years, and you know that the more people live, the higher number of people with dementia will be identified. Interestingly, the Lancet Commission on Dementia has reported recently a very important document called 2024 report, and in this document we can see many inspiring evidence about prevention, diagnosis, treatment, intervention, and cure of dementia.
Dr. Qaini, could you please tell us about the etiologies of dementia?
As I said before, dementia is a manifestation of a neurological problem. So it has many etiologies. Alzheimer's disease is the most common cause of dementia. It is a degenerative disease. So at first we think we have no treatment for Alzheimer's disease. But recently there has been a great progress in treatment, or at least stabilizing the disease. Another important cause of dementia is vascular disease. Vascular dementia in many countries, for example, the countries that the risk factors of the vessel disease are not controlled very well, are the second cause of the dementia. It correlated with atherosclerosis risk factors, especially hypertension. So good control of hypertension is very important in middle age for prevention of dementia in old age.
Dr. Salamati, in the report published by the Lancet journal, dementia risk factors have been identified. Could you please explain them?
Please notice the following picture from the Commission. As you can see, there are about 14 risk factors for dementia, and interestingly, the scientists calculated that if we eliminate these risk factors, we can decrease the chance of getting dementia by 45%. These risk factors can be categorized into three different groups: early life, midlife, and late life. And surprisingly, in the next step, we estimated each group's share. I mean that, for example, for early life, it was about 5%, For midlife, it was about 30%, and for late life, it was 10%.
And could you please describe the risk factors for dementia in childhood and the appropriate preventive measures?
For first group, we have only one item, less education. Considering fourth objective of Sustainable Development Goals, all governments should provide quality education for people. Also, all of us need mental activities to promote our cognition. To be more precise, lifelong learning is one of the best solutions for protecting us against dementia.
Dr. Ghani, could you please describe the concept of cognition for us?
Some like to compare the brain to a computer. Although this comparison is not precise, but we can accept it at least for our discussion. A computer has an input system, for example, keyboard or mouse, and an output system, which is a monitor. And between this input and output is a processing system. When we compare brain to a computer, we can say that the cognition is the processing system of the brain. For example, sensory system is the input of our brain. Vision, hearing, etc. are the input system of our brain. When the brain receives this input, if it is a significant input and significant experience for brain, he forms a memory from this input, and then the brain judge this input according to its previous experience. So the brain recalls the memories and then make a feeling. According to this judgment, the brain decides that it should have a reaction to this input. This reaction is a kind of movement. It could be a simple movement, for example, running, walking, or a very delicate movement, which is speaking. So, all of the processing system between input and output and language, because it is a very delicate output, is cognitive system of the brain. And as I said before, if two of these categories is impaired, we have dementia.
Dr. Salamati, can you please explain the other risk factors for dementia and the strategies to prevent them based on the Lancet report?
In second group, midlife, we have 10 risk factors, and one of the most important ones is hearing loss. You know that exposing noise pollution is one of the important factors that can cause hearing loss, and those who have hearing loss are vulnerable to dementia. As a result, prevent exposing to noise pollution is a good method of preventing dementia. Likewise, for all people who have many problems in their hearing loss, we should provide hearing aids. Another variable is depression, and you know that treating depression effectively is one of the best protocol for preventing dementia. And then we have head trauma, and for head trauma, using helmets during cycling and protect heads during contact sports are some of the best ways. Another parameter is physical inactivity, and you know that physical activities, exercises, sports are helpful for all of us to protect against dementia. And you know that interestingly, those who have great physical activities won't get dementia. And the next item is smoking. For smoking, we can promote education for general population, and governments have to increase the price of tobacco products and they should consider banning smoking in public spaces. And then we have hypertension. One of the best ways for controlling hypertension is attaining blood pressure, systolic blood pressure less than 130 for all people more than 40. The next item is high LDL cholesterol, and early diagnosis and treatment of high LDL cholesterol are the best methods for tackling dementia. Then we have two other items called obesity and diabetes. You know that a healthy weight and a good diet are some of the best ways for facing with dementia. And then we have alcohol. Governments can increase the price of alcoholic products, and also we ought to inform people about the harmful effects of alcoholic products. And then we have the last group, late life, and in the last group we have 3 risk factors, and the first one is social isolation. Age-friendly housing, community environments, public gatherings, and living with others are some of the best plans and protocols for tackling dementia. Then another variable is air pollution. Governments should face with such public issues seriously. Also, the elderly should prevent exposing such hazard. And the last but not the least is visual loss, and we should provide screening and treatment interventions for all of people accessible.
Dr. Ghaini, as an experienced neurologist in the field, could you please elaborate on proper, preventive measures for dementia?
Yes, brain is dependent on its blood supply, and any impairment in brain vessels cause acceleration of brain cell death or neural cell death. And so any problem in the brain vessels cause acceleration of even degenerative disease as Alzheimer's disease. As I said before, control of atherosclerosis risk factor is very important in prevention of dementia. Control of blood pressure, blood glucose, and blood lipids is very important. A sedentary life is one of the risk factors of dementia. So a good activity, exercise is very important in prevention of dementia. Cognitive is similar to other brain activities. For example, if you exercise, you can strengthen your muscle activity. And if you have a mental work, you can strengthen your cognitive activity. So some of the activities such as solving a puzzle or Sudoku can be beneficial for strengthening the cognitive activity and prevention of dementia.
Dr. Salamati, in the end, what is your conclusion in terms of dementia and the proper preventive measures?
All in all, in recent years, we had inspiring advances in prevention, diagnosis, treatment, intervention, and cure of dementia. Interestingly, we have more than ever good solutions for tackling dementia for individuals, families, and societies.
Thank you for your time and explanations. In this video, we review the paper titled Dementia Prevention, Intervention, and Cure, 2024 report of the Lancet Standing Commission, published on August 10, 2024 in the Lancet Journal. Once more, the goal of this YouTube channel is to provide a summary of medical hot topics recently published in the Lancet Journal. Don't forget to like this video, leave your comments below this video, and subscribe to our channel.